Your Excellencies of Education and Higher Education, Excellencies of the Undersecretaries, ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here in this educational summit in order to negotiate and discuss some of the challenges that are hoping, and we are hoping in order to find some solutions that can be benefiting for all the students of the Arabian world and in the whole world. Today we are going to talk about a very important axis in the educational system, which is the teacher. My paper is going to be started with a short story that was mentioned by His Excellency Federico Mairo, and the General Manager of UNESCO, in his book. He believes that whenever he visited one of the African countries, and while he was visiting one of the schools, he entered one of the classes and within the principal of that school, he found a teacher that was working, and he could not find in this class no chalkboards, no blackboards, and not any other facility or tools that can be inspiring for any teacher to work. In that point, the principal told I would like to present Professor Meyer. So the general manager of the UNESCO stopped the principal and said, previously I used to be the professor, but right now this teacher, the hero, and he is the professor of the class. He is the person who is conveying the message of the science in all these difficult situations, and I am honored to be introduced to him. Within this incident, we would like to know, we know what is the importance of the teacher, and that he is the first important factor in order to make this system a successful system. And despite all the factors that are affecting the educational system, but the teacher is always considered to be the most distinguished because of his direct treatment with the students, and he is the one who is affecting their behavior, and he is the one who is changing their educational processes. Any educational system cannot be developed and cannot be prosperous if there's no importance given to the teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, the world now is facing a lot of challenges regarding training the teachers. One of these challenges is the lack or the shortage of the numbers of the teachers that are still waiting on the waiting list to be working in the education system. According to the last statistics, the world would need 1,100,000 new teachers and 5 million teachers to work as substitutes in order to achieve the objectives of the education for all in the 2015. So the world needs 6,800,000 teachers by the year of 2015 in order to achieve the objectives by the ministries and the educational systems in the whole world. In the Arab world, the Arabian teacher is forming 12% of that international percentage, but it is very hard to provide these teachers, and it's very hard to provide the quality of the teachers that we are waiting for. So the teacher and the quality of that teacher is the main factor in order to affect the achievements of a student if we are waiting for a good achievement by or an outcome by a student. Different entities, according to latest statistics, agreed with this theory. According to the research that was implemented by Standard in 2006, that an 8-year-old boy or a student, he was taught by a high quality professor, and another 8-year-old boy, but he was taught by a teacher that is having a less performance the statistics showed that the first one, was more successful in a 53%. And according to these statistics, it is very important to understand the effect of that teacher on the achievements of a teacher. So in the United Kingdom, it was proved that if you need to have the achievements by a certain student to be improved, then the teaching process should be implemented by the best professors. So in this regard, regarding the enhancement of the quality of the teachers, we should understand and we should learn from the lessons that were implemented in different countries in the international tests. And after studying these systems, it was not made by miracles. At the beginning, they faced a lot of challenges. It was the same educational process that we are discussing right now, are negotiating in order to find the solutions. And what these systems made is that they have rearranged their priorities in order to face these challenges, and they have put the teacher on the top of the priorities as of three aspects. The first one, choosing the teacher that is going to enter the teaching process, training that through different university programs, and the professional programs that are being given to that teacher. For example, in Finland, in one of the year, they had 6,600 graduates graduates from high school in order to enter the faculty of education. They have only chosen 660 students in order to be working as teachers. And then after being graduating from the education faculty, they have to apply for the higher education in order to apply for the master degrees, as it's a very important or an essential factor in order for them to work as teachers. This is in order to develop their behavior and for their professional education. And also it was noted that in Finland that the teacher is very respectful by the parents and the community. This is, of course, they are teachers who are respecting their profession, and the teaching profession in Finland is becoming the third profession for appreciation after the astronomy and the medical profession. Right now, it is the most attracting job after elevating the competition level and after elevating the levels of accepting those teachers. Right now, they have a high confidence and a high esteem for themselves. But regarding Korea, Singapore, and another country, they had the different high achievements for the international tests. They have found that in Singapore, for example, or in these countries, they choose the first or the best 30% of the graduates of the high school. In Singapore, they choose previously the students in order to accept them or to enroll them in the faculty of education, and they choose the certain issues, especially the science and the mathematics, after having personal interviews in order to measure their preparedness to be working as a teacher before being involved in the educational process. And these 30% that is considered to be the best, they have another competency tests, and then they are subject to different tests, practical and theoretical, and different tests that are merging between the practical and the theoretical, and how they build the partnership with the guidance representatives in the schools. It's very important to understand that each trainee graduate from the institute in Singapore, he is working for 3 years as a trainee, another time for the educational process, and after that they are paid very high salaries in order to be working with the satisfaction. After that, they have the option to leave that job or to skip that job, but mostly they are always stick to that job because they are getting the support and the salaries that they are deserving. and because the salaries are raised after the first 3 years. Also, another statistics of McKinsey in 2007 pointed out that the high performance of students can make different environments available in order to enhance the experience and to enhance the teachers to provide their feedback for each other and to create this general spirit in order to elevate the spiritual morals for the educational process. So consequently, if we are looking for developing the work of the teacher, we should follow different strategies. First of all, taking into consideration that mechanisms should be taken in order to train the teachers, not only in their grades, but those who have the will to work in the educational system. We should also to change the social stigma or the social point of view of the community, because they think that education is the profession of those who don't have a profession. Also, we should enhance the social, financial, moral situation of a teacher with different mechanisms that are guaranteeing their future. Taking care of the training and taking care of their training and the programs being presented for them in the universities. These programs should be taken 5 pillars into consideration. The specialty knowledge, also providing them the educational theories, modern educational theories, the new methodologies regarding the specialty that you are working in, knowing the specifications in that material regarding the strategy of education and learning, and also giving them the skills of the continuous learning. And also they should take into consideration that they should always be exposed to different modern methodologies. Also, there should be a certain time that is sufficient for their to take their time in order to learn their profession, and it should be connected with the need of the teacher, and it should gather between the theoretical part and the practical part, and it should provide them the chance with different experience sharing, and there should be dialogues in order to exchange the experiences that they have in their own land or in their own field. Last but not least, we should realize that a teacher is facing daily different challenges in the classroom, especially regarding the educational process, because the community is changing every day, and the teacher is the one who is dealing with the students who are coping with different changes. So they need support and help from all the stakeholders in the educational process. They need to be supported by the Ministry of Education. They need to be supported by the providing different professional development skills, and to provide different variables in the educational system. And he should also be supported by different entities, because he is the one who is going to be dealing with the students directly in order to make them achieve the best outcomes. At the end, we would like to thank the ArabBrain institutions that is being headed by Mr. John for giving me this chance, and thank you for giving me. Sorry for the time.